Hey there, Coastal Bend. Chris Thomasson here, joined once again by Islanders men's basketball coach Jim Shaw. First off, Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you having me again.
All right, well, it was a better week for you guys. Back-to-back wins. First, a Saturday win over A&M Commerce, 86-63. Then Monday at home against Northwestern State, 72-61. So first off, just kind of take me through both of the wins. You know, I know Saturday the big guys had a big game against Commerce, but then it was more guard-oriented on Monday.
Yeah, Chris. Starting with Saturday against Texas A&M University Commerce, we had 23 assists, which was a season high. Versus a Division I opponent on the year. So the guys really shared the ball. We were able to get the ball down low to Gary Clark and Dane Prim, and they had really good offensive games. And then you flip the page to Monday, and we're playing versus Northwestern State, Louisiana, and our guys are they did a good job of covering the guys down low. And then you have Jordan Roberts have a career high with 22 points, and Dean Wright Ford being able to get to the rim, but also shoot threes. And they did a good job, which shows the versatility of our team. We have a pretty good rotation, scoring off the bench and able to score inside and out.
Yeah, and both of those games, you guys had double-digit leads. Now, we've seen that earlier this season where you guys have let those second-half leads get away, but is this team evolving? Is it starting to learn how to close out games?
If we can close out every game like we did on Saturday against Texas A&M University Commerce, where we were like on an 18-2 run in the last 4 minutes, I think that I'd appreciate that, and I think the fans would as well. But on the opposite end, on Monday, we were up 20 with about 8.5 minutes to go, and Coach Cabrera and the Northwestern State Demons, I told the players the whole, on Sunday, on Monday, during halftime, during every time out, these guys are not going to go away. They play really, really hard, and they ended up going on a 16-2 run, cutting a 20-point lead into a 6-point lead. So, yeah, it is evolving a little bit. I think we know where our shots should come from, and we know how to play a little bit better with each other. But would definitely like to close out a game better than we did on Monday night.
Yeah, I'm sure. So you guys enter the week in a three-way tie for second. You've got a big one Saturday at Lamar, one of the teams you're tied with in the standings. So how big is this game? Like, could this – I mean, I don't want to overstate it, but this could be a game that determines essentially your postseason future.
Yeah, it is. It is, Chris. It's a big game in regards to seeding for the Southland Conference tournament. And as we all know, there's, with the double buys for the Southland Conference tournament, if you can get one of the top two seeds, you're on equal footing with it, whether you're the one or the two. But it's going to be a tough task. Lamar's a really good offensive team. They lead the Southland Conference in points per game, very efficient, and can score in a number of different ways. But I can't put too much pressure on one game. I think we did that a little bit with 2 weekends ago, and we're going to take it day to day. I think that's going to be the approach from a coaching standpoint: is a day to day, get better today, and then we'll go out on Saturday and play together and play connected and see what happens.
How about Beaumont? What's that kind of atmosphere like there?
Oh, and, the Montaigne Center's been there for a while.
Than anywhere else? I know.
Yeah, the Montaigne
Center conference.
Yeah, Montaigne Center's been there. Been a beautiful place. I remember playing in high school there. So it's one of the best arenas in the whole conference. Last year, and you got to give credit to Coach Alvin Brooks. Last year they were unable to qualify for the postseason tournament, and this year they're obviously playing really, really good. He could definitely be Coach of the Year when it's all said and done. So I think it's going to be a lot tougher atmosphere than it has been in the past, just because they have a really, really good team. But they've only been in the conference 1 year, and we went and played on a Thursday night. They had a good student section, but I expect more fans and for them to be a lot rowdier this year.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to end with this. What is your favorite road, city, or town? Like, obviously we have Houston, San Antonio. Those are big ones, but let's go the smaller ones. Like, what would be your favorite road stop?
In the Southland Conference or just in general?
I mean, either. I was referring more to the Southland, but yeah, if you want to go in general, you could do that as well.
Well, if you're gonna take Houston and San Antonio out, the next, the obviously the next best one in my opinion would be New Orleans, just because there's really good food, and then just the tradition of the city. But if it's one of the more college towns, I think Natchitoches. I like Natchitoches. We very beautiful campus. The hotels that we stay at, it has a French bakery that has some really really good pastries. Not only beignets, but some cookies and some cakes. And so every time we go to Natchitoches, we have to stop by. I stop by that or walk over and go to the French bakery. And I like Natchitoches. It seems like a town that of good people and great vibes.
There you go. Well, they could put this on the visitor center loop, if they get a hold of it. So, Coach, I appreciate it. You guys at Lamar on Saturday, and then at Houston Christian on Monday. The women facing HCU tomorrow night in H-Town. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it, Chris. Thanks for having me.
All right, Coastal Bend. We will see you next time on Hang Time.